Coming in hot, we got 3 new subs to introduce on our new limited-time-only Ghost Pepper Bread. We have number 24, Fiery Meatball, number 22, Spicy Nacho Chicken, and number 34, Spicy Nacho Steak. Let's dive into the number 24, Fiery Meatball. Starting with the Ghost Pepper Bread, add 6 slices of pepperoni to the top half of the bread. Place 8 meatballs on top of the pepperoni. Follow that up with 8 slices of pepper jack cheese on top of the meatballs. This will now go into the speed oven to toast. Use setting 1 meat hot well, 2 6-inch, 1 12-inch. Once out of the speed oven, add 6 slices of jalapenos to the bottom half. Finish the sandwich with 3 passes of creamy sriracha on top of the cheese. Finally, add 6 shakes of Parmesan cheese. Next up, we've got number 22, Spicy Nacho Chicken, and number 34, Spicy Nacho Steak. Starting with number 22, Spicy Nacho Chicken, add 2 oval scoops of rotisserie-style chicken to the top half of the Ghost Pepper Bread. For number 34, Spicy Nacho Steak, add 2 round scoops of steak to the top half of the Ghost Pepper Bread. Add 6 passes of cheddar cheese sauce on the chicken or steak. That's double the normal portion of sauce for this one. Now let's add 6 strips of green peppers and 0.5 ounces of onion on top of the sauce. This will now go into the speed oven to toast. Use setting steak in strips, 2 6-inch, 1 12-inch. Once out of the speed oven, add 6 slices of jalapenos to the bottom half. Add 3 passes of creamy sriracha on top of the peppers and onions. Finish the sandwich by adding 2 scoops of Sub Crunch on the bottom half of the bread. Remember, Sub Crunch is the last thing added to the sandwich after the sauce. And now you know how to build all 3 of the new sandwiches added to our Subway Series menu for a limited time. If you have any questions about these new sandwiches, talk to your manager. Ghost Pepper Bread is made with a special seasoning that contains one of the hottest peppers. You need to treat this like an allergen and follow the necessary precautions to avoid cross-contamination and irritation. When handling Ghost Pepper Bread, always prep last, use bottom racks, change gloves, clean smallwares, and sanitize surfaces to prevent flavor transfer. Now, let's prepare our new Ghost Pepper Bread. The first step is to prepare the seasoning. You'll need a bread pan, deli paper, a portion control cup, gloves, and of course, the Ghost Pepper seasoning. Place the deli paper on a bread pan. Carefully pour 1 portion control cup full of Ghost Pepper topping onto the deli paper. Make sure you wear gloves at all times when handling the Ghost Pepper seasoning, and do not touch your eyes or other sensitive areas. Next, you need to season the dough stick. Mist the top of the sticks with water. Pick up 1 dough stick at a time and place it seam side up in the seasoning. Firmly roll the stick in the seasoning 2/3 of the way around. Ensure the dough stick is thoroughly coated with bread seasoning. Once you've seasoned all the Ghost Pepper bread, you must discard any leftover Ghost Pepper seasoning. It cannot be saved or reused. Use Sanistation solution to clean the area. Remove and discard your gloves. Now we need to score our bread. With a fresh set of gloves, place the scoring template over the dough stick. Use the scoring knife to make 4 diagonal slashes. It might be difficult to see the score marks with the seasoning, so be sure to score with intention. Be sure when making multiple flavors of bread that you score Ghost Pepper bread last. When done, always clean the scoring template and knife in the 3-compartment sink before reuse. After scoring, it's time to proof and top the Ghost Pepper bread. Place the seasoned dough sticks in bread forms, making sure the seam side is down. Place the pans in the proofer for a minimum of 60 minutes or until the center of the dough reaches the top of the yellow proofing template. Use the yellow proofing template for all breads. Always check Ghost Pepper bread last and wash the proofing template after each use. Always place the Ghost Pepper bread on the bottom shelf of the proofing cabinet to avoid toppings falling on other products. Once proofed, you will need to add the toppings. You will need 4 jalapeno slices and ½ an ounce of cheese for each bread. Place the jalapenos in between the score marks, and then add the cheese to help the jalapenos stick. Make sure you distribute the toppings evenly across the top of the bread. Next, bake and cool the Ghost Pepper bread. Place the pans in the oven, making sure they are not touching the back, the sides, or each other. When possible, stagger the pans to promote even baking. Always place the ghost pepper bread on the bottom rack of the oven if it is being baked with other bread flavors. Do not bake on time alone, and bake until golden brown. Use the bread color guide to ensure appropriate color. For ghost pepper bread, use the Italian herbs and cheese side of the bread color guide. After the bread is baked, place the trays in an open air rack, putting hot bread above other bread. Stagger the pans whenever space allows to promote accelerated cooling. Let the bread cool for 30 minutes. Always place the ghost pepper bread on the bottom shelf of the cooling rack. The final step is to store the ghost pepper bread. Move the cooled bread to a sheet pan and place into a bread cabinet. Use FIFO to ensure freshness and always place the ghost pepper bread on the bottom shelf of the bread cabinet to avoid cross-contamination. And that's how you prepare the ghost pepper bread. Remember to always follow proper bread baking procedures and take extra precautions to avoid cross-contact and irritation when handling the ghost pepper seasoning. The ghost pepper bread is a spicy and exciting addition to your sandwich menu, so make sure you promote it to your guests and let them know it's available for a limited time only.